Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Holtz Mitchell channel and another tool review. It's kind of a weird way to start the new year off with a tool review. Just haven't had a whole lot of interesting projects, shall we say. I do have some logging videos in the works. I've still got some footage to make to supplement that monologue. But anyway, today we're going to review two tools. As you guys know, I'm kind of a fan of Fein. Today's video is not sponsored by Fein in any way, shape, form, or fashion. These are tools that I purchased with my own money, and therefore it's going to be a totally unbiased review. Fein and their dealers oftentimes have year-end clearance sales, and this last year, around just before Christmas time, they came to me and had this hammer drill on sale with a 5.2 ampere battery pack and the LG80 charger, which is the faster charger, on sale for €199. And so at that price, I had a hard time saying no. Normally these things retail for, quite a bit more, upwards around 700. So it was one of those choices where you better jump. So I went ahead and got it, and excuse me. Today we're only going to take a short look at it. We're not going to actually run it. I bought this thing because I have on loan from a friend a Ryobi cordless drill that has a hammer drill function on it, and it's great for just the occasional popping a hole in the wall to put in a dowel and hang something on it. And that's the reason I got this, because every once in a while you gotta go put a hole in a wall, put a dowel in, yada yada yada. And so I thought, by the time you go, and we have a nice Makita drill, hammer drill that works really well, but by the time you lay the cables and all that just for one hole, you spend more time putting down cable and hooking up and getting all that stuff ready, rather than just pull this thing out of the box, stick a drill bit in it, shoot the hole in, and boom, you're done. And so that's the reason I got this. The other tool that we have is the cordless grinder by Fein also. They also had a year-end sale, clearance sale on this, so I went ahead and got this as well, but I got it from a different dealer, and got it for €250. So, and that was in the door, shipping included, VAT tax, the whole 9 yards. So $249 for this unit, and I've used it quite a bit already. Again, because of the convenience of not having cords on these things. The corded tools are great. They're great for when you're doing, long-winded projects, when you're doing a lot of grinding, when you're doing a lot of cutting. Excellent. But the problem is, again, when you just got the off cut, where you got to deburr something real quick, or grind off a screw head or something small like that. By the time you get that cable laid, just grab this thing, poop, and then done. It's a whole lot more expedient and convenient to go this route than it is with corded devices. So anyway, I'll bring the camera around here and get you guys focused on this thing so you guys can kind of see where things are at. So we're going to start this little review off with the drill. Here's the unit itself. Kind of hard to get out of here, but as you can see, it has a hammer drill function. A drill function, and then just a hammer function where you can use this as a chisel. I don't have any chisel bits for it. Then it has a depth rod. This thing I think is out of plastic, but you can get these made out of metal if you want, so that you can set a depth for drilling holes and you're not going to drill through something. Down here you got the battery hookup. And get it out of the way, and then you can hook up the battery pack. And voila, you're ready to go. As you can see, it does everything on this thing is super tight. Here's the hammer function. And as you can see, the chuck oscillates back and forth. Now this is an SDS chuck. This is not a normal, in quotation marks, a normal chuck that you know, with 3 jaws. This is the SDS. It takes these kind of bits right here, these SDS bits. With this type of bayonet. And these work pretty good. These are from Bosch, made in Germany. Pretty good kit, actually. So now the drill itself is made in China. So for you folks there at Fein, if you're listening, I'm a little disappointed in that. Although for the price, I can't complain. Looking at the quality of it all, the stickers are on straight. There's no burrs on the machine anywhere. It actually looks pretty good. Fit and finish, pretty nice. So there's no complaints there. It looks like their quality control is actually holding up pretty well. Quality control in China, need I say more? So, oops, come on. We'll get that back in there. So, anyway, there's really not much to this other than just, like I say, the usual kit. Here's the charger, of course, and this is the ALG 80. And it does have a little USB port, so you can charge your GoPro and that kind of thing on there and what have you. So anyway, we shall see what kind of performance this tool is going to give us throughout the year. At the end of the year, I'm going to make a 1-year review of the tool and show you guys how it's held up. Unfortunately, this thing doesn't get used a whole lot other than just, mounting the oddball thing on the wall with a dowel here and there. And so later on, I'll get some chisels and what have you and try it out. I've got a little bit of work for it later on. But anyway, that's the whole kit. Of course, it comes with the manuals and all that jazz. So, 3-year warranty, I have to add. To get that warranty registered, you have to go to Fein's website and, set up an account and then register your tool with the serial number that's in the base of the tool. That's down here. So that gives you an idea. Here's your number right here. These are the numbers that you're going to be feeding into the website for your warranty registration. So anyway, that's that guy. So here we have the cordless grinder. This is the CCG 18-125BL. Of course, all the poop sheets here. That's pretty handy to have. Now I do have the 3 ampere hour battery on this. The battery pack. Now I have used this quite a bit since I've bought it, and of course it comes with the handle and then a wrench to loosen the. Now this is a toolless gizmo here. You got the button to arrest the the spindle. And then you can just spin this off and then tighten it up. Now, as you can see, there's 2 holes underneath there. Just in case this thing spins itself on a little too tight, then you can take the wrench and then pop your disc loose without tearing up too much. In case this thing ever decides to shit the bed, you can always go and just get a regular nut. This is an M14 right-hand threaded nut, so you can always get the regular nut that goes along with it to replace this in case it ever decides to go ahead and shit on you. Now, as you may have noticed, there is a speed regulation here. You can up and down the RPMs, which is great for when you're working with stainless steel and you have to reduce your RPMs on the head, so that way you can do your polishing and all that. This device is supposedly rated at 1100 watts. I can't verify that. For those of you out there who are math geniuses, by all means, figure it out. If you go to the Fein website, you can retrieve all that data if you're so inclined, and then maybe put the results of your calculations in the comment section below to kind of supplement the monologue here. And as you can see, made in Germany. So you have a table down here of what setting, what the RPMs are. So you have it at 6, you have 8,500, and going down to 2,500 RPM. Now, one thing I will say, this thing does eat batteries like crazy. You get about 15 minutes of runtime out of this guy, out of these 3 ampere hour battery packs, which isn't really all that stellar. This device is actually thought for the 5.2 high power battery pack. So I do recommend you go get that if you're going to have this guy at all. And you can stick that in there and not have to take the handle off. Isn't that convenient? So, and then there's 2 slots here for a charger with a cable, and then 2 battery packs, and those are for those 5.2. I'm going to have to get some later on, but like I say, so far I really like this thing because, 1, it's not really all that heavy, and then 2, the freedom of cables. You can just grab this thing and zip off a burr or do a little bit of grinding. If you go to town and they have an outfit that boots cars, you can cut it off if you have a nice full battery, so you don't have to worry about paying an extortion fee to get the boot removed from your car. Just zip it off, throw it in the trunk, and then when you get somewhere else, just pitch it in the dumpster and be gone with it. But yeah, this is a great little device. I like it a lot. And like I say, $249 in the door. Shipping was included in VAT tax, so I can't complain there. So anyway, it has a soft start and a brake. Let's show you that real quick. There you go. And this isn't the dead man switch. There's a similar model to this with the dead man switch that's on the bottom. So if you let go, the thing shuts off. But I'm kind of, partial to this type of switch. I've been using this type for, ever and a day. And so I kind of got to liking it. As you can see, the brake works rather well. And so does the soft start. Instead of jerking like that, when you turn it on, it just It does jerk a little when you turn it off, but that's to be expected because you got a brake in there. And that's essentially it. You can really gur away on this machine. I'm kind of surprised how tough it is and how much power, for what it is, how much it really has. So I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, the only thing is these little battery packs, they go through quite a bit, but we'll have to get the 5.2 batteries for this guy and then go from there. So in about a year's time, we'll do another review on this and see how the thing's held up. Well, everybody, that's a wrap for this little tool review. Now, I do apologize if we're not going to show these tools, you know, hard at work. We're going to do a one-year review on these both to give you guys a better idea how they hold up. First indicators on the grinder, I'm more than pleased with it. I'm more than happy with it. My only gripe, so to speak, is that, you know, it really eats through the battery packs. But again, I kind of figured it would. This machine is thought to be run with the 5.2 high power battery packs, and it probably has significantly more runtime with those. I haven't tried that one out yet. It's with the drill here, so one of these first Fein days, I'm going to get to gurn around with it and find out and play with it and see how it does perform. So if there's anybody out there that has any comments on these machines, please, by all means, supplement the monologue down in the comment section below. Any contribution is definitely appreciated. If you have any questions about these machines, by all means, you know, throw me a comment in there. I'll be more than happy to answer it. So far, no complaints, nothing but satisfactory. Again, today's video is not sponsored by Fein. These are machines that I bought with my own money, and just kind of relaying to you, the viewer, you know, the cost-benefit analysis of these tools. And so far, all I can say is they're definitely worth their money. Yes, there are better machines on the market. Yes, there are worse machines on the market. And there are more expensive machines on the market. But, you know, who's got a lot of money to be spending on Festool? I mean, Festool is absolute top of the line. You just don't get any better than that. So, you know, you got to kind of pick and choose your battles and, you know, get the tools you can afford that will do the job that you have to do. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do a credible job with cheap tools. There's a lot of guys out there doing just that. And for me, I use these things professionally, so a little bit better quality tool is definitely prudent in my situation. So, like I said, if you have any thoughts, comments, critiques, or suggestions, by all means, put it in the comment section below. All that traffic down there sure does help out the channel. Helps it grow, helps the algorithm, and all that good jazz. So with that, we'll see you guys in the next tool review.